I want you to imagine with me just for a second every single piece of paper that comes into your house. Bills, junk mail, receipts, coupons to your favorite craft stores. Do you find these items piling up around your home? What if you had a system to finally conquer the clutter? How would you feel? Today I wanted to share my strategy using my planner and command center for organizing paper clutter. A command center is a central location in your home designed to provide you and your family with the tools you need to function optimally each day and maintain order in your home. Just to give you some ideas, you could use a command center for schedules, car keys, a chore chart, shopping lists, a message board, for example, reminders, to-do lists, or inspiring quotes, meal planning, school papers, a clock, receipts, hooks for school backpacks, a family calendar, and incoming and outgoing mail. But there are so many other ideas out there. In the command center, we have an inbox that always has an envelope with the receipts for the current month. We have a pending actions folder, which I'll explain in just a moment, a home management notebook, which includes our calendar, as well as a notepad and some pens. We start by getting the mail each day. And we either immediately throw the junk mail in the trash, or if it has identifying information like credit card applications do, then it immediately gets shredded. Everything else goes in the inbox, with the exception being things like a jury duty summons that you need to respond to immediately. You obviously don't want to wait on responding to that. And this takes about 3 minutes. Didn't get a chance to say it. Then once a week we go through the inbox. And this is scheduled in my planner for 5 p.m. on Saturdays to process this inbox. But I recommend picking whatever time or day of the week works best for your schedule. If you get a lot of mail, you may want to schedule more than one day where you process your inbox. We sort everything in the inbox into either long-term filing or action items. Long-term filing includes things like your bank statements, any sort of medical documents, or pay stubs. For example, my husband received his pay stub, so we filed that away immediately. The action items are then broken down into either items that can be completed in less than 15 minutes or more than 15 minutes. If it will take less than 15 minutes to complete, then we do it immediately. For example, we had a Christmas card designed for a child that we're sponsoring in Africa, and that was only going to take a few minutes, so we just got that done and got it ready to mail. If it is going to take longer than 15 minutes to complete, then I plan out when we are going to complete that task in the calendar, and usually that's within the next few days, so it gets done in a timely manner. And then the actual piece of paper goes into this pending action folder under the month that the action is going to be completed, so that when I see that in the planner, I will know to look under that month and pull out that piece of paperwork to complete the task. For example, paying property taxes will take over 15 minutes, so I scheduled in to pay our property taxes on November 26th. And then place the paperwork under the November tab. Another example is thoroughly reading my work open enrollment packet and then making changes to my work benefits will take longer than 15 minutes. So I scheduled that in for the 4th, Then after I was done reading it, I filed it under my folder in the employment section for long-term filing. Appointment reminders also fall under the pending actions category because you can't attend the appointment until a later time. I received a reminder for a doctor's appointment in the mail, so I added the appointment to the calendar, and then I put the appointment reminder card under November to take with me to the actual appointment, since it has the room number and some other information on that card. Every time we get home from the store, receipts go immediately into this envelope. At the end of the month, this envelope goes into our filing cabinets. And we pull out the envelope for the new month. The receipts in that envelope then get thrown away because it's been at least a year and we no longer need them. Then the new envelope is placed in the inbox. Any coupons we receive go in the Launchpad, which I discuss in my Launchpad video, and I'll link that down below for those of you who haven't gotten a chance to see it yet. Our filing system is based on File Solutions, which I'll link down below for those of you who are interested, but I do really recommend that you DIY this yourself because it's very simple. Really all you need are some hanging folders and some labels. Our folders are broken up into 4 main categories. Personal is represented by red, the taxes and insurance are represented by blue, financial is represented by green, and lifestyle is represented by the color yellow. These are broken up into further categories. For example, education falls under personal, and within that are optional subcategories. For us, we have one category or one folder for myself, Lauren, under education, and one for my husband, Andrew. If you have children, you could have a separate folder for each of those children. As another example, under the credit card category, these can be divided up into subcategories for each of the credit cards that you own. So you have one folder dedicated to one credit card. I'm keeping the index for our filing system in the home management notebook so that we can reference it. My husband and I have been using this filing system for about 5 years now, and we love it because it only takes a minute to find a document when you need it because of this organization into numbered, alphabetical, and color-coded categories and subcategories. I'm going to share the categories that my husband and I are using and what types of documents we keep in these folders to give you some ideas and to help you get started brainstorming some of the categories that you could potentially use. Our personal categories include education, where we keep things like our transcripts, employment, including employment agreements, letters of acceptance, an employee handbook, benefits, genealogy, where you can keep things like news articles about your ancestors. My husband is really into genealogy, so this folder is really useful for us. Home construction and improvement, really any sort of literature that involves the home construction process, like we have literature on our front doors. Home maintenance and repair, we have our electrician documentation, termite inspection, and work orders. Home records includes things like closing documents and contracts. In our job search folder, we have our CVs. And in medical records, we have our immunization records, dental records, medical test results. Under moving information, we have a moving checklist and price comparisons of moving trucks and other moving equipment. Vehicle records can include your vehicle title, your vehicle registration, your auto club membership, and your record of purchase. In vehicle repair and maintenance, we have our repair documentation for our cars. In our vital records folder, we have our marriage certificate, birth certificate, social security cards, and our passports. And finally, warranties, which include warranties on our appliances and systems, our home and vehicles. Our financial category includes our checking account information. So that is the PIN number, our monthly statements, and our account information. In the credit cards folder, we keep our monthly statements and our account information. We have a memberships folder for things like Costco and Sam's Club membership information. We have a credit reports folder and also financial plan folder, which includes a copy of our actual financial plan and articles regarding financial planning. Under income records, we have our 1099s, W-2 forms, and pay stubs, as well as any dividend and interest earned records. Under investments/stock, we have 401A information, mutual funds information, and just articles in general about investing. Under medical bills, we keep prescription receipts and any sort of medical and dental bills that we have after they have been paid. In mortgage records, we have the mortgage payment schedule. Under retirement plans, we have IRA documentation and retirement and pension plan information. In savings, we have monthly statements for our savings accounts. And for utilities and service, we have any sort of documentation related to water, electricity, gas, our phone, our television, and internet. Under taxes and insurance, we have home insurance, which includes our homeowner's policy. And then we have income tax folder. So there's an income taxes folder for the current year, which has the deductible receipts and current tax information. When you do your taxes, you just pull out this folder and you have everything you need in one place ready to go. And there is an income taxes folder for past years, which has the last 7 years of federal, state, and local income taxes, and then after 7 years, then we can shred that information. In medical and dental insurance, we keep the policy. In property taxes, we keep property tax bills that have already been paid. And in vehicle insurance, we have the policy, claims, and accident reports. Finally, in lifestyle, we have charity, which could include your annual statements, as well as any sort of account information. For us, we keep our child sponsorship information in that folder. And our final category is church, which has our church directory and our instructions for the online portal for donations for our church. If you found this video useful, please help me out by sharing it with anyone who you think may benefit from these ideas, and I'll see you next Saturday. Bye!
Whatever they call us, whatever they'll do, they're running in circles, circle of fools. Whatever we will miss, got nothing to prove. But in the dark